Now, color and cooling. Okay, so this is the favorite question for NSO, and what we are asking here, or what we are talking here, is that I have objects of various colors. How does the rate of cooling change with the color of the object, or rate of heating change with the color of the object? So in the simple case, okay, we'll take the very simple example. I have a black colored remote here, and also I have a white color remote here. Can you quickly tell me which object would cool faster, or which object would actually become hot faster? Okay, so if I were to heat these two objects, which of them will actually become hot faster? See, the black object appears to be black because white light consists of all the colors. It has the entire spectrum which is coming from sun. It hits this object. Because this object absorbs all the light, it appears to be black. It is not throwing out any light. It is not reflecting back light of any color, and that is why it appears to be black, right? It's very similar to black hole. Why do black holes appear black? Because they are absorbing, or they are taking in all the radiation which is incident on them. They are not throwing out any radiation. They are not reflecting back any radiation, or they are not reflecting any color for us to be able to see them. Okay, so this is why this black object appears black, because it is absorbing all the radiation incident on it. On the other hand, this white object appears to be white because it is reflecting back all the radiation which is incident on it. So white light comes to this white object, all the light of all the color, light of all the wavelengths is actually reflected black, and therefore this object appears to be white. So that is the distinction between white and black object. And now from here we can clearly see that because dark colored objects, black objects, they absorb more light, therefore they will heat faster, or they will cool slower. Okay, so both the things are similar as far as the questions in NSO are concerned. Now another kind of questions which are asked is, what about the smooth versus rough surfaces? So there are two kinds of surfaces. One is smooth and rough. Let's say that they are both white. For the purposes of our discussion, we have just made them both white. Okay, one is white like this, which is rough white. Okay, it is undergoing specular reflection. Okay, the reflection is happening in both the cases, and it is both the objects are not absorbing any kind of radiation, any kind of color. They are just simply reflecting. In one case, the reflection is uniform. That's why they are appearing to us very smooth. I can kind of see my face. It is just like a very smooth white in automobile, in the cars that you have. And this is rough white, at which the reflections are happening at odd angles. Okay, and they do not appear to be smooth. Now in these two cases, the reflection of the light is the same amount of light is actually reflected. So there is no difference which is coming there. Where is the difference coming from? The difference is actually coming from surface area. Okay, difference is coming from surface area. The white object, the rough white object, has a larger surface area to radiate the energy. So for example, if these two white objects, below them or inside them, I have filled them with hot water. Okay, hot water, I have filled them with hot water, both of them. Then what would happen? Because this rough white object, because this has a larger surface area, there is a larger surface area present here, therefore the water here would actually cool faster. Okay, so that is the difference between the rough surface and the smooth surface. Now another kind of concept which should be introduced at this point is the black body radiation, or the concept of black body. Why are we introducing it? Because it has become very simple for us to introduce. We already know that this particular remote is appearing black because it is absorbing all the radiation, but still I am able to see that some light is being reflected back from this object still. That's why I am able to see it, right, in the first place. Why will I be able to see the object if it is like a black hole, right? So black hole is the one object which does not reflect back any energy, any radiation. It simply absorbs everything which is shown on it, which is thrown at it, all radiation. Such kind of bodies which absorb each and every minuscule amount of radiation which is thrown on them are known as black bodies. So black bodies are bodies which do not reflect, which do not transmit any radiation incident on them, but simply absorb everything. And black holes, like I said, is a good example of them. They simply absorb all the radiation being thrown on them. Now, with all these concepts understood, let us take an example question. These are the 4 metal cans, and what we are saying, they are identical except for color and texture of their outer surfaces. So there are only difference is that their color and texture of their outer surfaces is actually different. Okay, so their inner surface, there is no difference. The surface inside where the water is kept, there is no difference. Outer surface is different. 70 degrees Celsius water is poured, which will cool the most rapidly, right? So very similar. See, both the black colored objects we can simply ignore because they would reflect, absorb more energy, and therefore they would cool slowly. So these would cool slowly. So the competition is between white rough and white shiny. Out of them, white rough will actually win because the rough object has a larger surface area. Because it has a larger surface area, therefore it means that although in terms of the absorption of energy, they are both very good. They are not absorbing any energy. They are simply reflecting back all the energy, all the radiation that they are getting. That is why they appear white. This particular rough object is very good in terms of radiating energy from it because it has larger surface area. So R would be the correct answer here. Hopefully things have made sense. We have several such questions on doorsteptutor.com for all the classes. So definitely do practice. Thank you.